What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. And so I come once again with my plea for your help. As you know, I have been publicly saying to you since 2015 that I must move to Africa. There was a very emotional video that I did. At that time, in fact, that day, it seemed that all the whisperings had come to a crescendo, and I felt the weight of it upon me. And anytime it's like that, the universe is no longer whispering, it's now beating you upside the head with a brick. I knew clearly that this was the hour. And while I didn't know when, or even how, or what country, I was besieged by emotion that day because the reality was so crisp to me. I'll just let you hear an excerpt so you can hear the emotion that was on me that day.
What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. You know, I'm one of these people, I'm not able to hide when I cry. My face shows it. I love when I see a beautiful woman. I don't love it, but I love it, and it breaks my heart at the same time. When I see a beautiful woman or even a child who cries, but their expression doesn't change. You see their sadness, but you see their tears come out. And like their eyes don't get red and they don't get the ugly face and all of that. Why I'm mentioning that to you is because I hope I don't cry in this video. But I just finished watching several videos. I had a new subscriber to my channel, an African brother named Aban. Aban the Video Man. Aban Video Man. I'm assuming Aban is his first name. And I watched several of his videos and the things he was saying, and my heart broke. He's African. You have to really listen to him closely because his accent is so thick. And then, you know, the universe works in crazy ways, especially with my life, because I live so close to the universe. And by the way, the video quality is probably a little different for you here in this one because I'm not using my other camera. I'm using my webcam offline for anybody that wants to know. And then I had to go out. And one of the things I had to do, I had to go to the pharmacy. And I still had Aban in my mind. And then I go into the pharmacy because they didn't have my medication at one pharmacy. I had to go to another one. And I noticed immediately there was two black brothers that worked behind the thing, you know. When I see my own, I'm, you know. And then I heard the brother speak. And he was African. His name was Seth. And I listened to him and I was almost to tears then. Remember, I've got Aban in my mind. And I said, Seth. He had started walking to the other end. The lady was helping me. And I said, Seth. And he turns around, yes, how can I help you? I said, where are you from? He said, why do you ask where am I from? I said, because I hear it. I hear it. And the sound of your voice sings to my soul. Where are you from, brother? Where are you from? So he teased me a little bit. He goes, you know that thing, the Katrina in New Orleans? I came from the Katrina. I go, no. No, no, you didn't. Where on the motherland are you from? So finally he told me he was from Nigeria. And I told him, I says, I want to go home. You know, and we began to talk, and he was saying, you know, everybody keeps telling me this, you know, you should go visit, you should go visit. I don't want to visit. I don't want to visit. I want to go. And I even started crying in the damn pharmacy because I was saying to him, I'm tired of Africa being some place that is distant. I'm not going to edit this. I'm not. I'm tired of Africa being someplace distant. Some mysterious place that people talk about. I want to go there. I don't want to visit. I want to go home. And I don't think that my soul will ever be seated until I do that. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I have too much in me. It's too on the surface for me. It's not something that's just like in the back of my mind. It's right up front, you know? And then I came back home. And I just had him, the sound of his voice in my head. Just how I would sound like that. I would sound like that if it wasn't for the crime of bringing my people here in chains. I would sound like that. We would speak the same language. You understand? And I could kick myself because when I lived, for a portion of the time that I lived in Maryland, I lived in Maryland for many years. But part of the time that I was there, I managed, I told you guys before, I managed a Taco Bell. And one of the guys that worked with me, one of my co-managers, was named Kofi. Kofi Ohini Okai. And all the years that we worked side by side, I never asked him anything about Africa. I didn't do that. I wasn't in that space. I was dealing with life, and you know, just you're in the rat race. And it was such a missed opportunity because we were so close. And I love Kofi. I hate we lost contact. I love him.
So that was the video that I did that day, everybody. And what you saw there was several years of this whisper, this whisper, this whisper upon me, and then that it all coming to culmination that day. Like I was describing my day there, you know. It was really on me, intense, big. And like I say, then I was watching a bond, and then I go to the pharmacy, and oh my God, the dude there is African, and it just, I mean, it was just all so much, you know. And that's where my tears came from, you know. And I could kick myself again because at that time I didn't know anything about there being such a thing as GoFundMe. I didn't know anything about that. You know, you live and you learn. You know, we hope we learn anyway. And or otherwise I would have started a fundraiser then. I might be in Africa by now, you know. But alas, I'm not, you know. But that's why I come now to you because this is something that's very serious for me. Also, I should mention to you that when I was sourcing this to put it as a part of this video, I realized it's not on this channel. That video is not on this channel. So by the time you see this, or at some point after you see this, I will make sure that full video is uploaded here on the channel, you know, and the link for the GoFundMe will be under that one as well. I can tell you that when I first released it, because it was on my original channel, The Jedi, and then my second channel, The Jedi Revolution, those channels were before this one that you're on now. Anyways, I think this video got something like 46,000 views. It was a lot. And I had a lot of people from the continent reaching out to me. Again, if I had known something about GoFundMe then, you know. But I had a lot of people from the continent reaching out to me. In fact, I got a message earlier today or last night sometime from someone saying, Jedi, we're still waiting. We're still anxiously awaiting your arrival in the motherland, you know. And that almost broke me, you know. But I even had one lady who had reached out to me. Again, this was when the video was originally up on the other channels. I had one lady that reached out to me. She is from Lagos, Nigeria, and she was so touched by the video, and she said to me she had spoken with her husband, that they had a place in Lagos that they weren't using, and she said that they would offer it to me rent-free if I wanted to go for at least 6 months, and that the only thing she was asking is that I keep the place clean. That broke me. That broke me. Because even at that time I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready, you know, and that killed me. But it also, it confirmed to me the echo that I've been feeling for so long, that you must go, you must go, you must go, you must go. You know, for me, it's like I don't want to have lived my entire existence in this illusion. You know, I want to be where there's real humanity and things like that. And as I said in the piece, you heard me say, I don't think that my soul will ever be seated. Like, I really believe that. I feel like that this atmosphere doesn't match who I am. I don't match here. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I've always felt so set aside from the rest of humanity since I've been on the earth. You know, even my siblings and family and stuff, I'm not like them. I'm not like them. I don't know anybody like me. I'm different, and all that stuff, you know. I believe that, and I owe it to myself and the ancestors to go. And I've lived here. There's no need for me to come back. You know, if I was 19 or 20 or something, then I'm going to visit. You know, but I've lived here long enough. You know, so for me, it's about fulfilling my destiny. But it's also about you. And I want to give you lay out my plan for you. First, I want to say this though. One of my videos, you guys, has nearly 12,000 views. One of my recent videos, like in the last week or something, has nearly 12,000 views on it. If every person who watched that video had just given $1, I wouldn't be here talking in this video right now. Because there's strength in numbers, and I believe in us, and I believe in me, you know. And I know that when my people are united on anything, there's nothing we can't achieve. There just isn't. And this is not a great sum of money. Do you understand that? And I have to say once again, shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to the new subscribers who are coming out of the woodwork, literally, Literally. Literally. And I first want to say welcome to all of you. And I hope that many of you will add a thumbnail picture of yourself, because I'm someone who's very bad with names. And I'm someone who tries to answer the comments of my people. And so I'm very bad at names. And so if I don't have something to associate you with, I won't remember you. You know, and it's more difficult. You'll hear me sometimes in videos where somebody has sent me a link or something, or there's something that they've done and I'm mentioning them and I go, you know, somebody said this. I don't remember who it is. You know who you are. A lot of times when I say that, it's because I don't even have a picture in my mind of the person, because everybody's just a blank thumbnail. You know, so I encourage you to please put up a thumbnail picture of yourself. You're listening to someone who has gone through death threats. You understand, has had 2 channels shut down and all that. But still, you can go to the main page of the channel. You see that most of my videos, I'm on camera. Because why? I fear only the one that created me. There's nothing else in existence that I fear. Nothing. And I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. But what I was going to say is that we're over 1,500 subscribers now, everybody. Like miraculously. You know. And if we just go with 1,500, if everyone listening to me gives $6, hear this now. $6. We can knock this out. I'm asking you to give $6, everybody. If you don't have $6, you give what you can. You know. You just give what you can. If it's $1, I'm cool with that. You know. And obviously, if you have more than $6, I'd be most grateful for that as well. You know. Shout out to Kai Love, my brother. I must highlight him because this brother immediately gave $100. You know, and there were some people that gave 50 and so forth, and people have given 15 and they've given 20 and they've given and so forth, and that's fine. You know, no, not one is greater than the other one. They're all appreciated equally. But what I say to you is, if we have $6 that everyone could give, we can knock this out, everybody, because here's my plan. You know, it's not just about me. This is again about us. I've made, before you even met me in 2014, I've always been this same dude. The same. You just begin to know who I was in 2014. Oh, there's this dude. There he is, you know. But my passion for my people has always been the same. And that won't be changing. It won't be changing. You know. So, even this endeavor to Africa, because I understand, and I include myself in this next statement, there are so many of us who would have already been out this bitch if we knew a few things, a few critical things. A, where to begin? Where do I begin? What to do? And where am I going when I get there? Those are the essentials. So what I want to do is not make this just about the Jedi moving to Africa. I also would like to make it about laying a pathway for my people to move to Africa if they so wish. And I will be begging you. But just to give you a short overview, I don't want to hold you too long, is to say this. I figure once I have raised the money, and that's out of the way, then fast forward now. I moved to Africa. By the way, I picked my country because I've been doing nothing but studying. It's all things Africa for me. And so I finally landed on a country. It will be Ghana, which is in West Africa. We also have evidence that a large majority of the slaves were from Ghana. But my plan is, once I get to Ghana, And I've been communicating with people on the continent, you guys, certainly since I did this video back in 2015 or 14, whichever one it was when I did this video. I think this one was 2015. I feel like it was 2015. But anyway, it's been all things Africa for me. And to this day, I'm always watching African news. I'm studying things about the continent, certainly about Ghana. But I've been looking at the entire continent, you know, just so that I understand its holistic current state of affairs and so forth, and try and keep up. So once I get to Ghana, then my plan is to, obviously, I've got to set myself up. Because when I leave here, everything has to be consolidated. It's not like moving across town or moving across country. You know, you literally have to shut down your entire life, and you can't leave a single stone unturned, because you can't go, oh, I got to run back across town for something. Or, oh, I forgot to do this. I got to run to this office and do. No. Once those wheels are up and we're climbing to cruising altitude, that's it. Anything I didn't get done can't and won't get done. So I have to make sure I do a thorough jurisprudence. So even if, poof, somebody gave me 10 grand today, I still would be saying 2020. Because I need to literally to deal with every single aspect of my life, including down to my pairs of socks. I really need you to hear that. I really need you to hear that. So I figure once I'm there, probably that first year will just be about getting settled. Learning the lay of the land, building relationships and making friends, etc., etc. But in that meantime, I would, even before I leave here, I would already be filming every single process of what I do. And of course, the trip there and because I'll still be on YouTube, you know, communicating with my people. I'm not going anywhere, God willing, you know. And so, after that first year and during that first year, I would also be sourcing families and friends and individuals, etc., that I come to know. Now, where they come into play is the following. Now, follow me closely on this, everybody, so that you understand the plan. We'll have two sets. First of all, we will have people that I will get people to pledge to be able to host people that come from America. All right, and of course, I will be amongst those people. You know, if I have a place that's large enough, I'm willing to pack it with as many people as can fit. You know, you can get a pallet on the floor, you can get sleep on the couch, whatever. You know, but I'm saying I would source people, and in addition to myself, for two things. The first group would be people that are just going to come and visit, and they definitely don't have any interest in moving there. We would host for a month. All right, so let's say I have 5 people, all right, that live there. Stay with me on this. Say I have 5 people or 4 people, all right, just so we have an even number. So let's say we have 4 people, and between them, one says, you know, I can host, you know, 6 people. The other person says I can, you know, I can host a couple. And the next one says I can host, you know, 10 people or 3 people with a child, and so on, so forth. All right. Now, for those people that are just coming for just a month, I would have it in place where you give them some sort of a small gratuity, you know. And what I know from my research of the continent, even up to now, everybody, is in most cases, they probably won't even take anything from you. It certainly won't be looking for it, even if they take it when you offer, you know. But we would want you to be prepared to offer them a gratuity, you know. So you have up to a month that you would stay, and you could visit this. That way you don't have to get a hotel and all that stuff. Plus, by staying with somebody, you default have built in somebody who can show you how to get around and take you around and stuff like that, you know. So that's for the people that are just coming for like up to a month, no longer, and then they're coming back to the States. Now, the other group is those people that are coming for 3 to 6 months who absolutely know they want to move there, but they feel like they want to come and see it first. To lay some plans, you know, maybe they need to put a deposit on something, whatever. All right, those 3 to 6 months. Now, those people, we would have people that would host you, including myself. But also, hopefully after that first year, through donations and my own ability, etc., etc. Hopefully I can find, I'll be looking for some place to buy, rent, or lease to turn it into what, just for our conversation here today, we'll call it a compound. It would be sort of your bed and breakfast du jour. All right. It doesn't have to necessarily be fancy, but it would consist of a place for you to sleep, like a bedroom, maybe a community kitchen or something like that. Certainly, bath facilities and stuff like that. In other words, it would be a place for you, a crib for you, a crib, so that you could be there for that long period of time to really get a lay of the land, but also to begin to put out the tentacles that you need, so that when you go and come back, or maybe some people are going to be like me and they say, fuck it, we going. So you have that 3 to 6 months that you can stay and get your stuff together. Now, if it's the compound, if I'm in the position that I hope to be in, that would be free, because that's what's in my heart. Like, even current day, my life, if you look at my past, my life is strewn with times that I've brought people in under my roof and refused to charge them a single dime, because it's about them getting on their feet. Too often people go, oh, you could come stay with me, but then next thing you know, they've thrown a light bill in your face or something. No, I'm trying to get away from you. I'm not trying to live for you forever. So no. So you should not charge people. If so, you may as well just tell them you're looking for a roommate and be good with that. You see, when you talk about people trying to make progress, then you just listen. My philosophy has always been, I'm paying my rent, my bills here by myself. You're not going to be no problem. You take care of you and save your money. That's it. So that you can rise and fly. So I'm always the same person, so I'm never going to be changing on that. So I can imagine if I'm able to establish some sort of a compound, a receiving place for our people, if you will. If I'm able to be in a position where they don't have to pay anything, I'm absolutely going to do that. At the very least, it will be next to nothing. And then I would still present an expense report to you so you could see that I'm not just taking advantage of you for your money. That I really do need you to, pay something while you're here or whatever. I'm just trying to give you a short, long-term vision of what I'm trying to do in Africa and why I need your $6 today, everybody. So now, once you have the compound established, then you may or may not still need those hosts. You see, and then if the compound thing is working well, then I begin to listen and hear what my people are talking about as far as countries that they're interested in. So let's give you an example. You hear a lot of people talking about Kenya. So I say, okay. Then now I go to Kenya and I establish a receiving compound there, so that those people coming from America wanting to move to Kenya, you say, Jedi, where's the compound? And we send you there. Now I'm a little ahead of myself because I have to digress to tell you this. Before any of that happens, there will be, and even in that first year, and probably even before I leave, I would have established a full curriculum, a website, and all of that stuff for it to be a one-stop, and I would make myself available as well for anybody that wants to call me. So therefore, to be able to have all the information you need. In other words, the curriculum would include how to get a passport, the cost involved, what you need to do. You understand? I would even be offering up things that worked for me as far as how I was able to shut down and consolidate everything in my life and get it over with, so that I could be out for good. I'll share that information. I'll be sharing information about airlines, the price of the tickets, and how long is the flight, and also I'll juxtapose that to, if you're taking a non-stop flight, what that cost will be, how many hours is the flight, and let's say if you're going to take a flight where there's layovers, I would have all that stuff to give to you and say, so, because people need to know what is the deal. Because, like I say, a lot of people, myself included, if they just had somebody to hold them by the hand and say, come on, let me show you, I think a lot more of our people would have already been out of here. And indeed will be once I'm able to establish the things that I'm saying to you. So now, you'll have all the information about how and what before you leave here. And then when you get there, you got an address. You have an address. You understand? This is very important, everybody. Very, very important. And you'll know the costs of things, cost of living. How do you do everything? You'll know all of that. All of that. So that then later down the road, God willing, once things really take hold and we're able to raise the money, I would love to establish eventually a fund that you would get an accountability of every quarter. But what this fund is about helping those who are trying to come to the motherland but just don't have everything that they need. Now, there's two cases under which we would help you. One is you've got part of your money, but when you get there, you need a place, getting an apartment or a house or something like this. All right. But in each case, we would look at your entire, we want you to open up your entire books for us. Not because we're nosy, not because we don't trust you, but just so that we're able to answer to the donors and say, here is somebody that we help to fly here, or we help them with the stuff they decide to leave in storage in America, whatever. You see, and maybe you have people that just don't have it at all, but they absolutely serious about moving. Then we could dispense funds to help them. You see, that's long-term goal. But when my feet hit the ground the first year, it would be about getting myself settled, and then also beginning to establish those relationships, and also looking at buildings that can be leased, bought, or rented for the purpose of setting up what I'm calling now a compound. You see, and of course I will be doing daily damn videos, because I literally will film every single thing I do, including going to the bathroom, because I really feel like it's really that, like I needed that. I need that now even, and I've been able to make a lot of cover a lot of ground in my own research, but a lot of this would be a lot easier if I had somebody that had taken me by the hand and really demystified every single detail. I'm talking about, like, how do you, like, everything, you know, because the electrical outlets are different there than they are here. People want to know, you need to know about that. You see what I'm saying? Like every detail, every detail. And so that would be my life's mission. That would be what I do, is to be that link between this pit of Satan and the mother continent. That there would be resources and information for people to look at and follow it from A to Z. Even a 5-year-old should be able to look at this and know exactly what they need to do and how they need to do it to move to Africa. You understand? So that maybe, okay, so I'm going to be in Ghana. Maybe you don't love Ghana, but by having these compounds and or these hosts, then that gives you an opportunity to be able to at least be on the continent, and then you eventually venture out to Kenya, or maybe you want to live in the Congo, or maybe you want to live in, you know, Nigeria, or wherever you want to go. The thing is to get you to the continent. Get you there and get you comfortable with that. You understand? And by default, by setting up these compounds, eventually you're going to have people coming, and so you have sort of an American family, you know, at least people that are familiar in their presence, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But like I say, in the early stages before that comes to fruition, I would be looking at getting hosts to be able to host you. You understand? And of course, you would have all the information on the host. You would have pictures of them, pictures of their home, pictures of their neighborhood, pictures of everything, so that you can imagine yourself there. I don't want people just telling me about stuff. I need to see it and feel it, so I can get a sense of, do I feel this? Do I feel this? You see? So I could go on, but I really didn't want this video to be long. But what I need from you now, everybody, is your $6 or more or whatever that you can donate, because 2020 is going to be upon us like that. It will come in a flash. And there's no need for me to, I mean, I wish I had somebody that could just, that I knew that I could just say, can you hand me 10 grand? Damn it, where's Oprah when you need her? You know. But alas, I don't know Oprah, but more tragically, she doesn't know me. You know. But this is something that is doable with all of us chipping in. I need your help, everybody. I'm asking you to click that link in the description box down below and set me free. Set me free. Because just like you guys hear me ranting in my videos here, I know that my rant when I get there will be, how come you can't just move to Africa and you need to get your ass to and you need to get your ass to Africa, and I don't understand why people still get you, you know. And I've set everything up and I've done this and I've shown you, come on, why can't you know? Oh, there will be some rants to come. I can just feel them somewhere in me. Trust and believe. But I'm asking my people to support me on this, you know, because it is worthy. It is worthy. It is worthy, you know. And we've got the people. You know, I'll show you something real quick and we'll go. You see here, up here, this number. We have 1,525 subscribers on the channel. But you notice down here, your boy is not monetized. You understand? And to my people who may be new, you need to know that the Jedi is a genuine article. Ask any of my people that have been with me since the beginning and they will attest to my character. You know? I am exactly who I say I am. You know? I'm not the, you know, these people that come on here and want you to you know, put money on their PayPal and subscribe to their Patreon, and I'm not that dude. It was very difficult for me several months back when after the move, which really, you guys don't know everything that went on. Oh my God, it was just a lot even leading up to the move, and I'm still in therapy for that. But anyway, my car was on the fritz, and I reached out to my people for the first time and said, can you please help me? You know, and I had to look very honestly at the number because I don't want to take advantage of my people. And so I landed on $500 that should cover it. And so we raised that in the window of like 12 hours, you know. I come now and ask my people again because this is worthy and that it is not just for me. You know, this fulfills my dream, but as I've said to you many times, I'm the type of person, I'm never happy with anything unless somebody else has it. It's always better when you share it. So I don't want to be just like, you know, cozying up on the continent and then fuck my people, I'm over it. No, like I want you to come too so we can say, see how great this is. Look how great this is, you know. I'm always someone who leaves the ladder there against the wall for everybody else. I'm that dude. I'm him. And I also believe in my people. I don't need to go anywhere else. I don't need to. I don't need to do that. I don't need to. The power is always with us on anything. And this is no different. The power is in the hands of our people, and we can raise this $10,000. We can do that. We can do that. You know, as I told you the story before, I'll say it again. You know, when I first started out doing YouTube videos back in 2014, I had trolls, which I didn't know that's what they were called at the time. And they would come to the channel and they would go, your channel's never gonna grow because you alienate white people. Well, you feel alienated because you feel alienated because you can't deal with the truth. That's not my issue as I review it. You see, but I ignored that, and I didn't change, and I didn't have to represent myself to be something that I wasn't. You understand? Honesty is always the only policy with the Jedi. Truth is my first foot, is my only foot. It is why I breathe. But I believed in my people, and that's all I needed. And so, yes, we went to nearly 19,000 subscribers, and we had 4.5 million views on the damn channel. Yes, 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 we did that. So don't tell me that I need the support of anybody other than my own. I don't. You understand? My people can get it done. And I ask you this earnestly and honestly and passionately, because I know it's absolutely achievable. No question in my mind. So I ask you to click on this link in the description box down below, everybody, and give your $6 or whatever you're able to give. Whatever's in your power. If Oprah is secretly listening, can you please add another 10 grand to that, Oprah? Can you just... Maybe Gail could do something. I don't know. Yeah, where's Stedman at? Has he got his wallet? You know. But let's do that, everybody. I'm asking you, and I will continue to ask until I feel like I've reached everybody, or at the very least until we've reached the goal. I know we can do this. So this link that you see highlighted in blue up here, this will be in the description box under the video. Click on that and just give whatever you can. I thank you all in advance. This is the Jedi.